dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unicorn Battle, Southeast Asia and Oceania. My name is Lena Evtushenko. I'm head of Startup Battle Asia, and also let me introduce my beautiful colleague, Anna Fedorova, a CEO of Unicorn.Events. Anna, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Lena. That's wonderful to hear and see everyone in such a wonderful spot of our planet at Southeast Asia and Oceania, where always sunny and great startups grow the same way trees are grown in a good environment. And we are all today for the world's largest startup pitch contest, the branch of it that is called Unicorn Battle of Southeast Asia and Oceania. And the winner of today's battle will be presenting the whole region in our World Cup that will be happening in a little while. And all our events around the world happening thanks to the great guys, our sponsors, Platinum sponsor, Network VC California Seed Fund, Golden sponsor, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club, and Silver sponsor, Startup Inc. Thank you so much for your support. You're really doing a great thing. And July 15th, which is a little bit more than 2 weeks, we will be having World Finals already. Please sure to mark the date in your calendar. It will be all the events, so wherever you are, in Asia, in Europe, in Africa, in Australia, in Americas, you can log in. We'll be on air all day. Startups will be pitching twice for you to catch the sun and startups at once. And only the best one will be called the winner. So it will be great happening. The networking tickets are already on sale. So please grab your ticket and meet all the famous people from the venture industry there. We have been doing our events for 12 years already, have done more than 260 of them all over the world, and opening new continents, and we'll be doing our great events for many, many, many years more, I hope. Because we are helping startups a lot. Our winners had managed to raise more than 300 million from the investors we invite. So dear startups, when you are on our event, please be sure to interact with the people who are in audience. That all it counts. Our VC community keeps constantly growing. Our angel network is booming. So please join us to be a part of this great happening. And what is more, we invite you to do business with us. If you are leading VC or startup community in your region or your city, please be sure to contact us and we'll do events with you for your local startups, and we will invite international investors. And that will be a great opportunity for you to become really global. Please contact me or our event managers. We'll talk about it some more. And guys who had been at our battles this season know already that we'll be in Antarctica next fall. So if you always dreamed of solving the problems that humanity faces, climate changes, water waste, cleaning of our planet, please apply for these great unicorn pitches that we will do with Antarctica Scientific Society. And if you have missed for any chance any of our events all over the world and would like to see what great startups, what innovations had arisen while you were sleeping, please be sure to check it at our YouTube channel. Sign up not to miss anything. There are great interviews with VCs. If you would like us to interview you, you have something to share with the startups all over the world, please be sure to contact us as well. And I would like to introduce you to our network. Startup Network is a great ecosystem that unites professionals in all spheres all over the world. A Startup Network itself, it's a marketplace for startups, businesses, investors, and service providers. Startup Inc. is a new entity where investors can onboard and be part of this platform to get an access to exclusive deals with experienced VCs, starting with 1K entry only. Unicorn.Events, it's the world's largest online pitch contest. VC House, closed online community and network created exclusively for the VCs, where they can exchange deals they participate in as a lead investor. Network Investments is a meeting point for investment banks, startups, and brokers. Silicon Valley Syndicate Club is a special structure that allows business angels to invest into the best startups with small checks through syndicate deals. Be sure to check it out. And Network VC, our seed fund and main center of our venture activities in all ecosystem. And right now, we are starting our Unicorn Battle in Southeast Asia and Oceania. And please let me present our hosts, Lena, who you met already, and Kate, who is wonderful host for today's event. And she has something to share with you, Kate.
Yes, thank you, Anna. I'm glad to welcome everybody at our second event, Asia Battle, in this summer season. Hope this event will surprise you with great ideas, great startups, great tractions. And for sure, we would not have coped today without the help of our loyal and new partners. Today, they represent different countries around the world. It's among our partners today, Edge 196 Accelerator, Brink Accelerator, 100 Open Startups from India, LinkedIn Local also from India, Startup Grind from Japan, and as well as Med Labs, Faster Capital, YBF Ventures from Australia, and Fever. Please check their websites and social media to find many options for fundraising and for profitable funding in startups and many, many other opportunities. Now it's time for our jury introduction.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. Thank you, colleagues. So before we will start the pitch competition, please greet our honored judges who volunteered the valuable time to our event today. Dear judges, please introduce yourself and funds you represent shortly for 1 minute, pointing out the industry, check size, stand, and geographical location of startups you invest in. And today we have a special guest. Will you introduce them, Anna?
Yeah, with pleasure, Lena. Thank you very much. Yes, we have official judges who are not only judging startups, but they have much more important role because they're presenting their countries. In judging startups, they are sharing the view they have for this special startups. Let's start with Alexander Soroka, who is really presenting the global ecosystem startup network. Alexander, great to see you at our event. Thanks for being such loyal to Unicorn events all over the world.
Hello, Anna. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Our seed fund and our syndicate fund usually invest up to 500K today. We are industry agnostic, we are geographically agnostic, but we prefer to invest on seed and round A stage mostly. Thank you very much.
Welcome. And Rico Pan, who is Managing Director at Sanctum Ventures, presenting Malaysia today. Rico?
Hi, everyone. We are investing in pre-seed, seed, pre-A, Series A, and our ticket size is from 100,000 to 5 million US dollar. And we specialize in investing into deep tech sector. Thank you very much.
Great to see you, Rico. And Stephen Young, Managing Partner at Glocal LLC, presenting Hong Kong. Stephen?
Stephen is connecting right now.
Yes.
Let's give him a few minutes.
Okay, let's go on and see our wonderful John Kohiro Morivaka, who is founder and CEO at Silicon Valley Ventures, and he likes to call him Crazy John. He's presenting Japan. John?
And Anna, thank you so much.
Great to see you in your capacity.
Yes, Alex. Good to see everybody. I was trying to get a Japanese flag here, but somehow it came to on my face. But yeah, nice to see everybody. And my name is Crazy John Kojiro Moriwaka. My Japanese name, my English name is Crazy John. Japanese name is Kojiro, means happy second son in Japanese. Moriwaka means young first. So we help and work with many venture capitals, and our focus is deep tech and med tech startups. And also I'm official columnist of Forbes Japan and a few medias. I'd love to interview all of you in the future and make you famous in Japan. and also a founding member of Startup Grind Fukuoka. We brought you from Silicon Valley. So best luck, everybody. Thank you so much.
Great to have you, John, with us. And let's move to Australia. And it's wonderful, our colleague from Australia, beautiful woman, Zarmeen Pavri, who is a partner at SDGX Ventures. Zarmeen?
Thanks, Anna. We at SDGX invest in deep tech as well, but specifically looking for deep tech solutions focused on climate change in the subsectors of energy, production and mobility, and looking for deep tech solutions with technology readiness 4 to 6. Ticket sizes 100K starting and with follow-on between 1 million to 7 million. So thank you. And regions, Southeast Asia, Europe, Australia.
Wonderful. Wish you to find what you're looking for at this battle, maybe. And from Turkey, presenting Turkey, Burak Günsev, managing partner at Bosphorus Ventures. Burak?
Hi from Istanbul. My name is
Hello.
Burak. Hello. I'm managing partner from Bozici Ventures. We have 2 active funds. One of them is BV Growth, which supports growth stage startups. Our ticket size is between 500,000 to 3 million. Some of our focus areas are gaming, fintech, blockchain tech, and AI. Our second fund is BVB, which is a venture builder company that invests around 40 to 50% into venture and became an operating co-founder within this startup. Thank you again for this great organization.
Thank you, Burak, for coming. And from India, presenting such a great country, Subrata Patra, managing partner at Idea Capital Ventures. Subrata, great to see you.
Hi, Anna, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, thanks.
Yeah, hi, everyone. Good day. This is Subrata Patra here from Idea Capital Ventures. I'm the managing director there, managing partner there, as well as a venture partner with our ventures. We typically invest up to $500,000. But we can go up to 10 mil. We're really sector agnostic and primarily focused on India, but we are also trying to expand to different other geographies as well. Happy to be as OJ today. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. I wish you all the success. And Sergey Filipov from Singapore. He's managing partner in investments at Bosphorus Capital Partners. Sergey?
Thank you, Anna. Well, I'm very honored to actually represent Singapore because it's basically a hub for the whole Southeast Asian investments. Yes, I'm a managing partner of Fortis Capital Partners. So we are a venture capital company that invests up to 500K we're a bit industry agnostic, mostly focused on digital ventures. So we dive in on online businesses. We can follow up investments up to 2 mil, and also we have connections with family offices in Asia that can invest up to 5 mil. We have some notable achievements. For example, a company named Emperors in the esports, which is a leading esports company in Southeast Asia, and as well, we currently highly invested into our digital transformation branch, Fortis Apps, which have notable clients in Southeast Asia, such as MasterCard. For example, true digital companies. So I'm very happy to be here and wish good luck for all the startups. Thank you.
Wonderful, Sergey. Welcome. And Lena, but besides official judges, we also have a wonderful expert board.
Sure. And let's continue. So, dear judges, who would like to present yourself as fun? Please raise hand.
Yeah, girls will give you a floor if you would like to present your VC fund. Tell what industry you are investing, what check size.
Press yellow button.
Yes.
Okay.
And raise your hand. If not, we will go on and we'll hear the startups. Does anybody want to speak? Yes, Javi Kwasa. Hello.
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 Hi, so good to be a part of the Asia battle as well. Had a great experience being part of the Middle Eastern one as well. This is Bhavik Vasa. I I'm a fintech founder, and now we run an interesting and alternative finance fund called GetVantage, and we fund in an alternative fashion for growth capital. We are the first revenue-based funding platform out of India and Asia. So extensively and actively funding a lot of digital businesses across e-commerce, edtech, health tech, etc. Looking forward to the battle.
Thanks a lot. Great to have you with us today. Welcome. And Karan?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon from India. So I hope you all are keeping safe and healthy. So I'm Karan from FAR Network. We are an investor network based in New Delhi. We invest in early stage startups, again sector agnostic. Our ticket sizes ranges from 50K USD to 500K USD. And so far we have invested in 35 plus startups and looking to grow our portfolio to 100% in the next 18 months. And one of our core values is collaboration, and we're looking to collaborate with various investors and networks globally. And thank you so much for inviting me, guys. Looking forward to learn from all the co-panelists and startups here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Thomas?
Yeah, this is Thomas Abraham, based out of New Delhi. I run a growth accelerator focused on B2B SaaS companies. We have successfully, taken a number of B2B SaaS companies into the global market, and in recent times also launched some of them in the US market. And hopefully, I will be working with some of the participants at the last Unicorn event as well. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you and welcome. Padmaja?
Hi, thank you for inviting me. I joined the last event about 10 days ago, and it was really good. In fact, some of the entrepreneurs which presented, we connected with them and we're taking things forward. So first of all, thank you. I think Unicorn.Events is a great platform. I represent, for people who may be new this time, I represent Indian Angel Network. It's India's first and now the largest angel investor group. But more importantly, we have created a single largest horizontal platform for seed and early stage investing. Entrepreneurs from around the world, investors from around the world. This is a platform which has already invested in about 185 plus companies. A couple of them have become unicorns, and we've given returns like 100x in the last 3 companies at least that I can recollect. So what I would like to really invite everybody is to collaborate with us. We are sector agnostic. We have companies raising from $25,000 to 7-8 million. Please join us as we build companies which are not only valuable in terms of valuation, but also creating value. So I invite everybody. I'm adding my mobile number and my email ID in the chat session. Please do connect. Thank you.
Thank you a lot, Padmaja. So guys, anybody else? Yes, please.
Hello. Hi, this is Tariq from Dubai. I'm here representing the Lab Holding as well as 971 Capital. 971 Capital is a local capital firm. In the past 5 years, we have fully deployed our fund. We're currently only managing our portfolio, mostly in healthcare. And also in the Lab Holding, we are an early stage focused fund as well as a startup studio. And we're basically only focused on food tech and F&B sector.
Thank you, Tariq. Welcome. Anil?
Hey, thanks, Lena. Good to be back on Battle. This is Anil from Unicorn.Ventures. We are India-based venture fund. We invest anywhere around 2 to 4 mil in tech-based companies. Currently, we have a portfolio of 25 companies. Look forward to exciting session. Best of luck to all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. So let's continue, guys. Jahan Zahib? Yes, please. The stage is yours. We don't hear you. Open. Sorry.
Please unmute yourself. You did not unmute yourself.
Hi,
Yes.
can you hear me now?
Yep,
yeah.
You're audible.
Cool. Good to be back here again. My name is Jahanzeb Haroon, and I work for KPMG in Australia, and I lead development for a number of products and solutions within the B2B space. And we are always looking to talk to good startups that we can actually partner with, particularly in the asset management, supply chain, ESG, major capital project space. So looking forward to another event, and all the best to all the participants.
Thank you, and welcome. Hoshi, yes, please.
Well, it's good to be on this, panel one more time. I was one last night too. I'm actually, M&A, advisory, but I make investments in early stage, companies. And just for Kojiro's, benefit, my first name is, Hoshi, which means a star in Japanese, and Debu means, fat. So I'm a fat star. Kojiro, please vouch for that, for my Japanese, He's on mute.
Thanks a lot and welcome.
So this for me, it's more out of interest because I deal with, the mid-market, M&A, and fundraise, and exits and, things of that nature. But I do have a network of, investors who work with me on early stage companies. I'm a US citizen, permanent resident of Singapore, straddled between the US and, Singapore. So if I can be of help to some of these early stage companies, happy to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, welcome. Preeti?
Hi, sorry, low bandwidth today, so it's just going to be an audio experience. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Team Startup Network. My name is Preeti Chaudhary, and I am the founder of LinkedIn Local India, also partner for this series of Middle East, MENA, and Asia-Oceania region. I'm a startup builder and enabler, especially into bringing in diversity, equity, and inclusion in the startup ecosystem space in my country, India, which means inclusion of more women as founders and in the investment space. Very happy to be back here. It's a great platform. Looking forward to all the pitches today and all the best to everybody. May the best 3 teams win. Thank you, Lena, and back to you.
Thanks, Preeti. Welcome. So, anybody else, guys?
I see one hand. Courtney, hi. Stage is yours.
Hi there, my name is Courtney Blackman. I'm the CMO of WebEF Ventures. We're actually Australia's oldest tech and innovation hub. We do corporate innovation, entrepreneurial education, and we're home to some of the world's largest tech companies. We do act as a launch pad. So if there is anybody on here this evening that's looking to open a APAC headquarters in Australia, get in touch. And good luck to everyone tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Courtney, welcome. So, guys, anybody else? Okay, let's continue. And before we'll start the hottest part of our event today, startup pitch, let me explain you one more time how we will vote today. So, dear judges, to start voting, you have just to click the link you have got on mail, and you will be redirected to the event page. After, you have to scroll the page to the startup section, and you will see the logos and mark beneath. You have just put 2 marks depending on the investment potential from 1 to 5, where 5 is the highest mark and 1 is the lowest. So you have just put marks without any confirmation buttons. And you could change marks before the voting will be closed. If you will need some help, please let us know in chat. Our support team can advise you. So that's all from my side. And Kate?
Yeah, check how are we going to move on. Now each founder will have 3 minutes for pitching and other 3 minutes for Q&A session. We advise and recommend not to mention any fundraising out loud because we are broadcasting all over the world and some countries may have restrictions in this regard. For this reason, you can use private or public chats here on Zoom or use personal contacts attached by our judges. Based on the results of online voting, one startup will be chosen as a winner of today's battle, and he or she will take part at our Unicorn Cup finals on July 15th. So let's not waste time. Please meet our first founder, first startup, Abivin, Trang Vu from Vietnam. He was lucky today to open our pitch session. Dear Trang, are you ready to share your...
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hello, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah,
Sure.
I can hear you.
Can you let me share the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, do you all can see my screen now?
Yeah, could you make full screen? Yeah, let's start. Sure. Good luck.
Okay, so when I can get started? Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, let me get started. Hello, everyone. I am Trang Vu. I am an external relation manager of Abivin, an AI-powered logistic optimization platform. And talking about logistic operation in the ASEAN market, it is hopeful to see many pressing problems. Firstly, many companies still rely on human experience to making logistic plans manually, which leads to the unoptimized delivery plans. Thus, due to inefficient plannings, they record very high operating costs. And finally, many companies lack visibility over their supply chain operation. Understanding these pain points, Abivin built an AI-powered logistic optimization platform, Abivin Virut. The platform consists of two parts, the web application for managers and mobile app for drivers, with four main features: delivery route optimization, 3D loading optimization, intelligent dashboard, and transportation management. However, the key component that sets us apart from others is our proprietary optimization algorithms, which can assist people in making complex planning decisions. And one of the algorithms that we are most confident is the one solving the vehicle routing problem. Every day, transport planners really struggle to solve the VRP, which is to create the optimal delivery plans for thousands of delivery points among different vehicles and constraints. While other tools usually are limited to around 10 constraints, we are able to solve more than 30 simultaneously. And our service is used by 5 key players of the supply chain: carriers, ports, manufacturers, distributors, retailers, and transporters. And today we are delivering success for multinational companies across Southeast Asia and the leading enterprises in Vietnam like DHL, the biggest 3PL companies in the world, Panasonic and P&G. And targeting the Southeast Asia market, we noticed that the Southeast Asia is very potential and mostly untapped, with the SAM of nearly $22.5 million. Through 5 years of working closely in 6 different countries, Vietnam, Singapore, Myanmar, Indonesia, Japan, and recently the Philippines, our platform is processing more than 75,000 container shipments and 300,000 delivery orders per month. And the freight traffic volume processed by Abivin Virut is 1.3 billion ton-kilometer per year. Our business model is enterprise SaaS, where we charge professional service fees and ongoing subscription fees. And behind the scenes, our founding team includes alumni from Cambridge and Google, bringing in a strong technical background combined with experience in enterprise software business development. Now we are backed by government funded by innovation programs and global VCs from Vietnam, South Korea, and the US. And at this moment, we are raising Series A to accelerate our growth in the future. Thank you so much for your listening to our pitch.
For great pitch.
And now let me introduce, sitting next to me is our CEO of Abivin, Mr. Long Phạm. He'll join me in the Q&A session with you guys.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hi, welcome. So, dear judges, please, let's start Q&A session. Dr. Jamal, you was the first.
Yes, hi. Thank you very much for your presentation. It seems that it is interesting, but my question here, are you looking for a working capital or something else? And how you will distribute the fund that you may receive soon? Thank you.
Okay. Yes, so we are raising Series A. The amount we are looking for is from 4 to 7 million this round. And half of that would be for the R&D development, and the half of that will be for expansion for the sales. So as we said in here, we are very confident that we are having the intra-city model, which is a distribution model from distributor to retailers. And by the end of this year, our intercity model will be completed with multinational corporation like DHL or Panasonic. The R&D would be for the on-demand segments from the retailer to the consumer, very much like the Uber model. And the international model from the port to the manufacturers, which is helping the container trucks, the tractors or the barge vessel to carry on the vehicles. Regarding the sales, so we are doing SaaS sales, and we organize a team into a squad of 6 people to getting the lead, closing the deal, onboarding, and helping the customer to be success. So we have 2 sales teams right now in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. And what we are spending to expanding the sales is that we will have a sales team in Indonesia, in Singapore, and possibly in Japan, depending on the market is responding. And those are the 3 markets that are highest one in our pipeline at the moment.
Thank you. So Alexander, your question, please.
Yeah, hello guys. Can you tell me about your traction in terms of money?
Right. So by the end of this year, we are achieving the AR of 500,000, and we will reaching the 1 million by about June next year in 2022. So after that, we will scaling our SaaS model with the 2D, the T2, D3, 222, and 333 with the SaaS model, so that we can achieve the startup of Unicorn in 6 years.
Thank you. Sergey, your question, please?
Yes, thank you. I think I remember you guys from the Rice Bowl Awards in 2018. So great, yes. Great progression.
Thank you.
The only thing I'm concerned is you mentioning, by the way, you mentioned the Uber model. I'd suggest not to use that word because Uber did not correlate with the profitability. But my question would be, what is your actually profitability margin with the clients? Because you already achieve great growth, right? 6 countries, so you kind of already understood your sales pipeline. How
Yes.
much money you're getting from one client? What is your profitability margin? Is the system works?
Yeah. So the profit margin right now is about 70%.
That's 70?
70, yes. So
okay, thank you.
Yeah. So with so the growth rate for half of the year already, we already achieved more than 2020, which is about 1.5x. So by the end of this year, our target is to be 3 times last year. And last year is already like a bit high. We already having positive growth compared with 2019.
May I quickly ask what's the expansion you're looking for? You're already in 6 countries.
We're looking for strengthen in Vietnam a bit. Right now, Vietnam is about half of our revenue market share. And then we will do in either Singapore or Indonesia, where we will capture the Indonesian and multinational corporation market in Singapore. And then very high chance that we can extend to Japan, where we see we can sell about double the price of what we can sell in Southeast Asia.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's ask the rest of questions on chat because time is over for the first startup. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
Next one is Credify, represented by Yan Lee.
Okay, can I just tell them the congratulations on their achievement? I was actually ambassador of Startup World Cup, and they are winner, the world champion from Vietnam.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
Best luck.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hi. Can you also see my screen?
Sure. You can start.
Right. Well, thank you very much for having me and Credify here. Today, I want to talk about embedded finance. As many of you may know, financial industry, especially financial institution in developing countries such as Vietnam or many countries in Southeast Asia, we are facing a lot of difficulty in approaching new prospects, new clients. Some of our research shows that it's actually very expensive to acquire a new user. In financial industry in developed countries, such as like in the US, it might cost up to $300 to acquire a new user. And actually, because now a lot of countries, they are putting new regulation on data privacy. So it makes the statistics from traditional channel are less accurate. And actually users themselves, they face a lot of, let's say, headaches when they want to try new financial services. For example, in order to apply for a new bank account, getting a new credit card, they have to go through a lot of paperwork process. They have to download many applications, and they have to store multiple login and password. So at Credify, we believe that embedded finance is actually the future for financial institutions to connect and engage smartly with their users. And users of those financial services should be able to access the right financial services at the point of need. So Credify, we have developed some award-winning technology to enable financial institutions to connect with participants at the right time and the right place. So Service X is actually a service exchange platform. We called it an embedded finance platform to allow financial institutions such as bank, insurance company, consumer finance company to create cross-selling deals. And actually with one integration to our Service X platform, those financial institutions can have access to multiple connections with different marketplaces and access to the users of those marketplaces, such as e-commerce or other platforms. And users of those platforms, when they see these services that offer them the right need, then they can, be flexible in choosing different services that they want to use. And the more data that they are willing to share to those services, the bigger deal that they can have. So the users, basically, they have full consent of the data that are willing to share, and they know exactly which information and they're sharing to whom. So one use case is that we're offering insurance in an on-demand house cleaning platform. So let's say you're booking a house cleaning service to your house. And when on the process of booking, you're also offered an insurance for your theft or for damage packages. And it's actually right on demand, and you can get a lot of different vouchers for the house cleaning if you purchase those insurance. Right now, our business model is that we are having two business models. We are also offering a SaaS-based model and also white label. For the SaaS-based model, we will take a commission for every successful transaction or every successful conversion for a new user. For the white label, we will take one-off implementation fee and recurring maintenance fees.
Thank you, Lian. The time is over.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let's start Q&A. Sergey, first question.
Thank you. Can you please explain me your cost of acquisition? So, I mean, this platform will heavily rely on users. So how much it will cost for you to acquire each user, and exactly how much you expect to earn from them, let's say on a yearly basis? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. Well, actually, we don't aim at acquiring new users by ourselves.
our purpose actually become a bridge between financial institutions and marketplaces who already have users. So basically, we don't pay to acquire users. We just do the connection. So basically,
you mean you integrate your service into the existing marketplace and provide them financial services, right?
Yeah, exactly. We call it embedded finance. And Credify, we don't store data at any point of any user. So that's actually our advantage, because a lot of institutions, they don't want to share data to anyone.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Yes, please. You go, Ralph. Yes, please. Your question.
Hi. Did you mention in your presentation that your services are going to be twofold? One is going to be the success fee, and second is going to be 20% just for accessing the platform, right?
Actually, 20% is the commission, the success fee. And right now, the integration to our platform is free. So we don't charge for the integration part. We welcome newcomers to our ecosystem. But for every successful transaction, then we take a cut of 20%.
Okay, so there is no initiation fee just to access the platform, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other? Zarmin, yes, please.
Do you have any regulatory hurdles dealing with financial institutions, with financial services and licensing or regulatory hurdles?
Well, actually, in Vietnam, because Vietnam, the economy is still very booming. There are a lot of innovative in terms of fintech. So financial institutions here, they are very hungry to acquire new users. So when we present this solution to them as a new way for them to acquire new users, they are very welcoming to us. Well, in terms of licensing, right now we're presenting ourselves as a data analysis platform. So, and because we are also using blockchain technology to make sure that we can cross-check information of all the parties involved, and because Credify doesn't store data of any point, so it's very easy to audit. So on that, we don't really have any challenge.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ian, for great speech. It's always a pleasure to see female founders at our Unicorn battles.
Thank you very much.
Wish you very, very big luck today. The next one is BookBySlot from India. Anubhav, are you ready to share your screen, your picture?
Yes. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Share your screen, please.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and start now. Good afternoon. I'm Anubhav. I'm the co-founder and CEO of BookBySlot. BookBySlot is a hospitality tech platform for travelers to book hotels and shared services on the time-sharing slot model. Travelers can book hotels for short duration, like say 4, 8, or 11 hours, depending upon what they need when they go ahead and travel around India. We are operational in India right now. And they can go ahead and book only for the time they need and not for necessarily the whole day, due to current limitations in the hotel and the OTA systems. So a problem for travelers is currently they go ahead and book time-sharing hotels in India and go ahead and save up to 70%. Normally, due to current limitations in the system, travelers will go ahead and take care of booking a full day. As for hotels, currently the revenue is dropped massively during COVID. So we are trying to go ahead and use the unused inventory of the hotels and go ahead and scale up to 75-80%, which is dropped to 30% right now. Also, we are currently going ahead and it's an app and web-based platform with 1,300 hotels on board. We've gone ahead.
Sorry, do you have another slides? Could you?
I think there is some problem and it's stuck.
Oh, okay.
And now it's moving. I can go ahead.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah, with travelers, you can go ahead and they can save up to 70% of the hotel booking tariff. Also, we are making a marketplace so you can book day use hotels. We started a coffee table booking model during COVID, which has been picking up. So currently, hotels have unused inventory of 30% or even more. So that helps hotels to make use of their unused inventory. And also the restaurant occupancy is really low. So coffee table helps going ahead and taking care of the revenue part and generating more revenue for them. We have got an app and web-based solution for travelers. So you can book all the shared services on one single platform through our Android app and web-based platform. And you can save up to 70% on the hotel booking and shared services for travelers. For hotels, it increases the ARR, that's the average room rent, increase the occupancy by optimizing rooms, and increase the revenue for restaurants using the coffee table model. We've got validation in the market. We are bootstrapped, so $130,000 in gross booking value till date. With more than 13,000 users signed up to the platform. We recently started work from hotel model in partnership with Lemon Tree, which is picking up, where users can go ahead and book work from hotel package on the app. And we are all present in all major metros in India. The total available market for day use hotels is $50 billion globally. In India, it's about $9 billion. And if we capture 5% market, we're looking at a $450 million opportunity. These are some of our customers like transit travelers, students, entrepreneurs who go out and travel. We present in all major cities of India. This is some glimpse of our product. You can search, put in your check-in time, slot, and you can go ahead and book it. We take 20, that's our business model. We take 20% commission in every transaction. That's come to about $7 per booking. Business model which we're going to launch in future is a subscription-based model for travelers, co-living, co-working, and subscription for hotels as well. And we also plan to go ahead and charge a convenience fee of 3% of the booking amount. Some exciting partnerships.
Unfortunately, the time is over, and we have a first question from Airmall. Dear Karan.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for the presentation.
Hi,
so how are you competing with the co-living and the co-working market right now, which is highly growing in the Indian markets right now?
No, so we currently have not launched. This is a future model. So we want to make this a marketplace model. We currently are only doing hotels, and we started work from hotels and coffee table model during the COVID. And during COVID, we tied up with companies like Paytm and PhonePe. We went live on their app that helped us grow 10x. We're currently going live on Jio. We'll be the first transactional app on the Jio store. As per Jio estimates, we get 5 million downloads when we go live in next 6 months, with 10x growth in traffic and volume of customers. And same thing I'm trying to replicate. I'm trying to convince Uber people to have BookBySlot integration on the Uber app.
Got it. Like my question was, how are you competing with the current market of co-living and co-working, which is growing right now very exponentially these days?
As I mentioned, we are not doing co-living and co-working right now. That's a future model. We are only doing hotels, which is day use hotels, on time sharing model currently.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, next question, Jahan Zahid.
Yeah, hi. I think it's more of a booking.com model as opposed to an Uber model right now. But since you also want to move to the Uber model, how would you ensure quality and cleanliness in particular? Because if there are like shorter slots, then the hotels need to clean it, like, you know, obviously more often than before. The costs are perhaps going to increase as well. Have you thought about that?
Yes, absolutely. So we've thought about it. So once we have substantial traction and we get a demand from the hotel where they go ahead and cannot go ahead and take care of the cleaning part, we can launch a B2B service where our cleaner goes and cleans it up. And we do a rev share with the hotel, like a separate app for in-house cleaning services. And that's another revenue model, which could entail 25% from the hotel. But that's something which is on future pipeline, not right now.
Thank you. Thomas, your question, please.
Yeah. So my question is, I think it's a great model which will work in these times, in the COVID times. But I clearly recollect in the times when travel was booming in India, it was very difficult to get a hotel room, leave alone, So the challenge would be that when life gets back to normal during peak times, because when business travelers are traveling, they always struggle to even get a single room. So that's one issue. The other thing is that, I mean, I guess even other booking companies like Make My Trip and so on can easily replicate your model, right? So they already have these relationships. So for them to replicate this would really be just a click.
So I'll come to that. So basically,
Yeah.
because I was not able to complete the whole the page.
Yeah.
So we thought about it, right? So on this particular model, there is no direct connectivity with the PMS of the hotel, which is the property management system, which is Oracle Opera. That constitutes 90% of the market share worldwide. So we spoke to Oracle people to create one more pipeline rather than a full day, a slot model, and give exclusive rights for, like, say, next 3 years on this particular model. So no other company like Make My Trip or Booking.com have a direct connectivity with the PMS on the model. So when the booking volume flows, so for example, you start getting 5,000 bookings a day, then it's not, right now the current model is the booking voucher flows to the hotel and to the customer over SMS and email, but there is no direct connectivity with the PMS. So they go ahead and manually download the voucher and confirm the booking, right? So once we have the direct connectivity with the PMS and we have that kind of volume, so that can come into the pipeline, we can go ahead and have a direct integration with Oracle with exclusivity. And that's going to be a game changer because no other company would have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great pitch. Time is over. We need to
Thank you.
to our first participant, also from India, Dr. Denta Mitra, will present Denta Mitra. You can share your pitch deck right now.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lina. Am I audible?
Yeah, just make your pitch deck full screen.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Let's start.
Yeah, is my screen sharing visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Unicorn, for giving us an opportunity to present. So we are Denta Mitra, and I'm Dr. Pranjan Mitra, and my co-founder Satyajit Pradhan. So we are two childhood friends with more than a decade of experience in dentistry and technology. Respectively, have come together to build Denta Mitra, which is the urban club of dental services. Unemployment of the dentist has been the major problem. Out of 2.7 lakh registered dentists, more than 27% are unemployed. So adding to that is the recent pandemic that forced closure of many dental clinics, surging the unemployment. Also, there is no exclusive platform for dental patients with an instant access to dentists and dental services. So with Denta Mitra, we are bringing patients and dentists with or without clinics under one umbrella and let patients get dental care services at the doorstep in a suitcase trolley through an artificial intelligence and machine learning powered app. So our business model canvas. So for patients, we have a robust dental app with book on demand 13 plus dental services to doorsteps and self-check oral diagnosis tool. For providers, we have easy registration and option to take on rent the portable dental kit to set up a dental clinic at 5x lesser investment than a physical dental clinic. We also help them make more money with the verified leads along with the promotional support from Denta Mitra. We generate revenues by fee for service, commission basis, dentist registration fees and renewal, and also the portable clinic on rent and selling of the dental treatment materials and advertising. We have served more than 3,500 patients within 11 months, have 1 lakh reach on social media and generated a revenue of more than 27,000 USD. So we are going month on month and aim to make oral healthcare easily accessible and affordable. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on time. Who would like to share his feedback about the startup? Dr.
Jamal, yes, please. We don't hear you.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation. I believe it's a new trend in serving the societies these days by reaching them. I have two questions. The first one, maybe it is silly. What does the word lakh mean? I saw 2.7 lakh. This is my first question. My second question, what type of challenges can such dentist face in terms of regulations and dealing with societies by reaching them directly? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So by answer to let me answer the first, second part first. So there is a lack of oral health awareness among the people. So in India, the people are not aware about the oral health. So they give importance to the general health. And during COVID times, basically, there was clinics were shut down. So we were approached, like I have already set off my patients. So they started approaching me, sir, how we are going to treat the patients. So that's how we got the idea, and we developed the app, and we deliver the services at home. And also we have the teledentistry part where the patient can reach us by the click of a button. They can book consultation with us and reach at our homes also.
Hi, this is Satyajit Pradhan, the co-founder of Denta Mitra. And we also, related the portable equipments that we have.
I'm sorry, startups are not allowed to ask questions. Only judges are allowed. I'm really sorry.
No, he's
co-founder. He's one of the founders, I guess, so.
Yes,
I'm the co-founder of Denta Mitra.
Co-founder.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So, until sir's question on the regulatories that we have on the equipments. So, we are directly partnered with one of the dental manufacturing company, and where we procure all the portable equipments, and they have all the license and regulatories fulfilled for all the equipments that we procure for them. So, and like I said, my partner, Dr. Pranjan Mitra, who is coming from a dentistry background with more than 10 years of experience. So he has already, he has gone through, he has checked on the dental policies and the Dental Council of India, what are the policies they have. And based on those regulations, our app has been released on App Store and Play Store, based on the regulatories that is actually required to design the app. And coming to the first question, where the lakh, what is the Indian number of, 3,700. The 2.7 lakh is the Indian number that I'm talking about. And so out of those 2.7 lakh, is 27% is unemployed in the dentists.
Okay, thank you very much. My last question, should those dentists on this application be certified by some sort of an agency or organization?
Yes. So we onboard all the licensed dentists who are registered in the Dental Council of India, that is DCI, and based on the license number, they get registered on our platform, and we verify their license number, then they get an access to our platform.
Thank you. Jahan.
Yeah, you mentioned something around AI and machine learning. Just keen to understand how you're using technology into this, because if the data tells me that I'm going to lose my ear in 5 years' time, so I got to do something about it now, I won't be trusting that. So, what exactly are you using AI for here?
Well, we have brought in the one-stop dental solution app, and we have come up with India's first artificial intelligence machine learning self-check diagnosis tool that let patients diagnose their oral problems by scanning their tooth images through the app, and the app gives the results within a fraction of minutes. And yes, we are still evolving that AI feature with, more and more algorithms, and with more and more feedbacks that we receive from our users. But yes, currently it is 75% accurate, that is showing, but we are working hard to improve it more and more.
Thank you very much for your passionate responses, but we need to move on. Dear judges, please ask your questions on chat. If somebody have else. Next one is Gotem. Oh, I'm sorry, Frenzi, startup number 5. Frenzi, also from India. Balkrishna, if I'm not mistaken with the pronunciation. Correct me.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'll just share my screen.
Full screen, please. Yeah. So let's start.
Yep. Hi, everyone. I am Balkrishna, the founder and CEO of Frenzi. And along with me, I have Harry, who is my mentor and co-founder. At Frenzi, we are trying to help 2.2 billion OTT users globally to find what to watch and bring down their time to search for content from 20 minutes to less than 5 minutes. In the last 40 days of our presence, we have gained more than 175,000 users who have spent more than around 4 minutes 50 seconds average time on the platform, given around 1 million plus interactions, and we are currently adding a user every 10 seconds. This has been possible because the OTT market has grown at a rapid pace in the last 5 years and moved from a 2-player market to a 60-player market, and it's still growing. This has led to a problem of plenty for the users, leaving them irritated and confused to find what to watch and where to watch. What users want is very, very simple solution. It's a single interface to find content and ability to connect with the family and friends to get reliable and relevant recommendation. The solution to their problem is Frenzi, which not only provides a unified discovery and reliable recommendation, but also has rewards program by the virtue of which OTT subscriptions become free for the user. A user earns Frenzi points for every interaction, which they can redeem for OTT subscription or any kind of cash rewards. The GTM and the engagement strategy have been created with a strong habit forming hooks with the right amount of triggers and rewards to drive user actions and investment in the app. This also helps us to keep us ahead of the competition where social connect and rewards are our key differentiator. We have a very collaborative revenue model with the OTT platforms, the users, the content creators, earning revenue from every relationship the Google way. We receive 15 to 25% revenue share with the OTT platforms, make 8 paisa on every interaction in terms of advertisement, and share 70% of the revenue with the content creators. These are a few business milestones which we will look forward to achieving. We have already achieved the first milestone, look forward to achieving the 1 million mark by December, 10 million mark by March 22 with a cost of acquisition of less than $50, and that's around 30 rupees. We would start our revenues by September and aim to reach around $500 million by the end of financial year of 2024. In terms of the product roadmap, we shall be present across all the user touch points. We are one of the best founder market fit for the segment with more than 45 years of cumulative relevant work experience in media and telecom with established relationship across the value chain. We are well supported by a 14-member team across engineering, marketing, and analytics, each covered under the ESOP scheme. In the current environment, we have raised around $100,000 in the first round and look forward to raising further capital for growth and engagement. Frenzi is valuable because Frenzi is attractive to all and it's a pure global opportunity. Thank you all. I'm open for questions now.
Yeah, let's start Q&A. And our first question from...
We see a raised hand from
Alexander. Yeah, from Alexander. Alexander, your question, please.
Yes. Can you please explain me, can I be your client? So in which way it can be interesting for me, as an example?
Currently, we are just servicing in India, and
yeah. Let's imagine I'm living in India, so I'm watching YouTube.
Yes,
okay, I'm watching some Netflix, and why I would go to your platform?
Currently, the problem is there are around 60 odd platforms. So if I ask you specifically that which platform is the movie Gladiator, you would not know it offhand. You would want to search across platforms, and it becomes cumbersome for you. The second most important aspect is that the reason why you generally tend, as a user, you tend to watch content which is influenced by the people around you. And this platform gives you the platform to connect with people and get recommendations or know what they are watching. The third bit of it is the rewards mechanism. So let's assume if you want to have a let's say a Netflix subscription, you can come onto the platform, earn your points, and get a net subscription free. So these are the reasons why users will keep coming on the platform.
So your platform is integrated with Netflix. Is it correct?
Yes, I wouldn't say really integrated because we have built our own system to get the data or the other libraries. But yeah, in terms of the subscription model, yeah, it will be integrated there.
So
currently,
the main reason for me to come to your platform is to look what my friends are watching today, yeah, or something.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
And just to add on what Bala said, it would also give you reward points, the user, wherein you create your own social reward points, and you can get discounts on the subscription packages, which will not be available outside the system.
Okay. So, Dr. Jamal, your question?
Yes, hi, thank you very much. I can see the potential that you have in mind, but it depends on, I believe, it depends on how you are going to promote it, how you are going to market it. Can you elaborate a little bit on your promotion plan for your?
Very interesting question. So Jamal, the way we are going about doing this is the first wave of my customers would be the 15 and 20-year-old, 15, 25-year-old people. And to reach out to them, my cost of acquisition is going to be really cheap because we can reach them directly on a digital platform like a Facebook and Instagram, where they are more prominently present. So once they become the set of influencers or probably first adopters, we will incentivize them in terms of giving them referral schemes to bring in the next wave of customers who are in the age group of 25 to 45, which is the target segment. This way, what will happen? My accelerated growth. That's the reason when we are saying we will reach 1 million by the December 21. We look forward to be 10x that value by March 22. Currently, my run rate is 5,000 users a day. So by the virtue of which I can reach 1 billion subscribers by December 21 very easily. And accelerating from that point will be purely based on referral reward to the user. So for a user, probably a 20-cent kind of a reference fee to a teenager becomes something very valuable. And they would bring in their elder brothers or family members onto the platform and increase the community. Once the community steps in, that's where the engagement comes in, and we will start promoting and bringing a lot of content in peripheral to a movie. Like it could be a spoof, it could be memes, it could be a lot of interviews, then in terms of reviews, audio reviews, video reviews, which we already started. In this way, you create a complete ecosystem for enabling a user to not only get information about the content, but in and around it, everything in around it. So that's our marketing plan to go in the current environment.
Okay,
thank you.
So,
I have a question or have time for the last question?
Yeah, I've got a question. Yeah, so I just wanted to check, have you done any research which says what is the average number of subscriptions your target audience would have? Now, for example, I have 3 subscriptions, at my home. So what would be the average number of subscriptions? Because it would be a finite number, right? I mean, because you pay for these subscriptions, very few of them are free. So when you pay for this subscription, there's enough choice for you from these subscriptions. And there's also a recommendation engine that Netflix and Amazon Prime and all these people have. So, so I'm just trying to understand, what is that problem therefore you're trying to solve? If the number of subscriptions that somebody can have is going to be finite.
Okay, so just to answer your question, in a metro environment, it is anywhere between 3 subscriptions to 5 subscriptions. So you are in that typical household which will have a 3 to 5 subscription to this thing. Second, in terms of a Netflix or a Prime, they run individual recommendations. So let's assume what is the way Thomas would know which is the right subscription for you, because you've been thrown open to only 5 subscriptions which has been given to you. Second, each of these platforms, be it Netflix, be it Prime, be it Z5, Woot, whatever you call, or any number, they all tend to give you recommendation based on the content library they have it. It's not based on what you choose to have it. That's the first thing. Second, you probably you have 3 platforms, which is Z5 or let's say Netflix and Prime, wherein your better content choice could be anywhere between, let's say, Prime, Z5 and a Woot, or a Prime, Z5 and a movie. But you have a Netflix which is added onto you. So this platform will help you in terms of choosing the right subscription and give you a unified recommendation, even on the choice of platforms which you have.
Okay, thanks a lot. So, dear judges, don't forget to vote, please. If you cannot find the voting link or need some help, please let us know.
Next one is startup number 6, Gotem, Winnie Lee from Taiwan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's start. Good luck.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Tao Chang. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Gotem. So we're a startup based out of Taiwan, and here is my team. Our team is very much decentralized, kind of like our mission. We have Karma, who is located in India. Miriam is in San Francisco. Rafik is in Dubai. Our dev team is in Pakistan and Taiwan, and we also have someone in Canada. So what is Gotem? Gotem is a decentralized platform that enables anyone to crowdsource for private investigations, private security, and humanitarian aid. Previously, Gotem was founded as Me, My Spy. So what are the problems? Due to globalization, the world is now experiencing something called digital blowback. The digital revolution has caused a new wave of civil and criminal matters that are beyond what governments can process. So there's a big opportunity here. The opportunity being that public safety and investigations for transparency have come to the forefront of public demand, with many communities in the US now exploring the option to privatize law enforcement through privatized security and private investigations. There currently is no platform to address the social blowback we are seeing. So here are some details about the market. In the US alone, private investigations is a $61 billion market. You're seeing 3% growth per year, and by 2021, it should be $6.4 billion. So people who are going through a crisis urgently need private investigations and crowdsource work. We simplify that task by allowing people to hire and pay for the private investigators by gathering information from a broad range of sources. So here are some typical types of investigations for people and for B2B. So we have here surveillance, insurance fraud, and corporate espionage. Okay, here are metrics. So with our previous MVP, we were able to generate thousands of signups and hundreds of sources and average $1,500 per case. We generated over 100K revenue in just 6 months. So with our new platform, we're looking to adjust the investigations industry by creating a crowdsourced platform. The investigations industry is highly fragmented and unregulated across the world. And the existing method of investigations does not work for our emerging digital society. The platform looks to make it simple for anyone using their computer to open an investigation and begin crowdsourcing human sources and fund their mission. So here is a sample of our platform. So the beta platform enables crowdsourcing for small to large scale investigations, local and internationally. Users can launch their investigation remotely with a short time frame from their device. Crowdsourcing for an investigation is much more effective when relying on more people than just one single investigator. One of the game-changing aspects of our platform is that we're going to add crowdfunding to allow people to raise funds for their investigation instead of only spending the funds that they have.
Thank you.
So our profit model.
Let's talk about profit at the Q&A session.
Thank
you can click the other slides quickly. Is there something important? Alexander?
Yes. Can you tell us how fast do you grow now?
Currently, we are not actually operating because we went ahead and redesigned the platform because we felt that the previous platform had too many issues that were constricted to the existing industry. So what we're doing with the new platform is we're looking to try to change the investigations industry by making it crowdsourcing investigations.
Okay, and do you have competitors?
There are no competitors. We had one previous competitor called Trustify, and they left the market over a year and a half. So we're the only existing platform that does crowdsourcing. For them, they're like a traditional marketplace where they would match somebody with an investigator.
And can you give some examples of investigation which people are asking you?
There's all kinds. So you have very typical stuff that is related to something civil, like infidelity, something that's very popular. But when you get into the other side, you have a lot of stuff related to fraud because our world is very globalized now. So everything is done through the internet. And so you're seeing a huge demand with not only college students and working professionals where they want to maybe verify who they're doing business with, or they want to verify information, or maybe there's something related to a scam. You're seeing stuff related to homicide. There's a lot of overflow of investigations and police cases that law enforcement simply cannot complete. And so you have a lot of people that are looking to private investigators and private security to solve those missions.
Okay, and last question probably. Did you have any cases with aliens? If anybody wanted to find aliens on the Earth?
We had some users that were schizophrenic, and I actually spoke to some of these clients, and they would ask for stuff like this, where they wanted to see if there was some conspiracy, or if like the president was an alien or something, and there would be some weird stuff. I've seen all kinds of weird stuff.
Okay, thank you.
That raises my question: do you guys moderate these?
We do.
These
because
it basically means everyone can. Yeah, because it basically means everyone can launch a campaign about investigating anyone. So, how you moderate that?
Yeah, so with our previous MVP, we were just kind of testing the market. And what I did was I advertised, and it was like over like 50 countries using Google Ads. And we just got all kinds of random cases, but such as the US and Canada and UK, investigations is regulated, meaning that someone that does conduct an investigation, they have to have a set of rules that they follow. But there are countries that don't actually have any regulations surrounding investigations. I would say Southeast Asia, East Asia, the Middle East, there's lack of regulation. So a platform like this would help to actually regulate the global market for investigations, where there's a huge demand. There's actually so much demand, and no one's actually in this market currently except for us.
Thank you for clarification. Thank you for a great pitch. We need to move forward. Next one is Airmall, startup number 7. Samuel.
Hi, everyone.
Vietnam.
Am I clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Able to see my screen, yes?
Sure.
Okay, let's go. So, hi, I'm Samuel, co-founder of Airmall. So Airmall, we aim to be the leading digital shopping mall for an online to offline merchant in Southeast Asia, similar to Meituan Dianping in China. So we want to be the top of mind when merchants set up a new establishment. Instead of working with 10 different providers for each of their needs, they just need to work with Airmall to meet all of their needs, from loyalty programs to discovery to e-commerce. So we have launched 2 verticals so far, our loyalty program and our affiliate network. To date, we have over 100 brands in Ho Chi Minh City working with us. So how the loyalty program works is very simple. As a customer, you visit a restaurant, earn cashback from the restaurant, and you can use it to rebate off your bill the next time you return. Because Vietnam is in a lockdown now, we have also just launched the delivery method of recording transactions and awarding cashbacks. We charge a flat fee and a variable fee of the cashback utilized. In our 1 month of launch, we clocked over 1,000 transactions, and merchants had a pleasant surprise to know that their transactions were made up of 30% repeat customers in that same month. It's mind-blowing for them because merchants in Vietnam, they don't utilize data at all and only focus on revenue. So having this insight opened up a whole new world to them. The second vertical we have is the affiliate program, where we help merchants to advertise through major platforms. So what happens here is that we aggregate thousands of deals vouchers and we list them on these user-facing platforms for their rewards program. For example, if you play games on the platform and you win a voucher, that voucher is provided by us. We monetize by charging merchants a fee for advertising slots. So for us, we created a robust zero CAC user acquisition funnel. We convert the customers of these merchants and the users of the major platforms to our own users at zero cost. By getting them to download in our own app, for them to utilize the cashback and the deals. So we are looking at about 175,000 users acquired in the next 12 months. We are working in a US 8.3 billion market and we are starting in Vietnam. So ever since COVID-19, Vietnam's e-commerce and online media is projected to grow rapidly, both of which is indicative of Airmall's potential. At the same time, the Vietnam market is gaining strong interest from venture capitalists. This is our founding team. Kevin is based in Vietnam and myself in Singapore. We worked on another startup prior to this until we discovered this opportunity of building a campaign in Southeast Asia. And we have spent over 2 years in Vietnam working on this project. So we are backed by a local Singapore VC, and we also have the ex-CEO of digital goods at Lazada on board of our advisory board. We are looking to raise a seed fund to grow our traction over the next 12 months. So if you'd like to connect, feel free to reach me at these channels. Thank you.
Thank you. Any feedback or questions, dear judges? We lose the time. Please be among the first, because we have a strict schedule. Dr. Jamal, maybe you, as the most active judge today, have some question. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Interesting. I like the presentation, but I don't have any questions. I'm waiting for someone to ask a question so I can build a question. Thank you.
Thank you, Zarmin.
Yeah, I've got. I couldn't see the revenue model and the projection of growth because I know it was very fast. So could you maybe quickly explain the revenue growth and yeah, because the slide just whizzed by.
Yeah, sorry, because I only had 3 minutes. So let me briefly just touch on the revenue model. So we charge a flat fee plus a variable fee on each transaction that is converted via our loyalty program. So we charge the merchants for using our loyalty program. So that is right now the main revenue model.
Could you explain a bit more about your expenses structure? So I mean, how much money? Okay, doing a drop down, but what's your biggest expenses so we can get a better understanding on where the money you're looking for will be going toward your development?
Yeah, so for us, we spend little on marketing because our users, we get it from the merchants in. Our biggest money will go to the tech development, so product development. So we are looking to build more features as well as to improve our tech capability to serve the merchants better in terms of getting them more data, helping them understand the data more.
How much you spend on marketing and just percentage?
Marketing will probably be just 10%.
Thank you. Anil?
Hey, hi. So what I understood that you have built a mobile app for loyalty management, right?
That is correct. So for now, it is web-based for the merchants.
So what's your cost of acquisition, and is your model just B2B or B2B2C?
Right. So for now, it's B2B2C. The end goal really is Dianping of Southeast Asia. So if you were to search Dianping, it's called Meituan Dianping. They are a major discovery app. So the end users, they actually use it to search on where to go, what to buy, where to eat, and things like that. So for the merchants, they actually have to work with Dianping to set up. So we want to become the Dianping equivalent. Basically, when you open a restaurant or you open a service, the first thing you think of is to, hey, I need to get on Airmall because I need all the features they provide to me.
So what's your cost of customer acquisition?
So our customers, in a sense of merchants, we run a sales team on the ground, fully commission based, so they are earning themselves.
I mean to say, what is your cost, for onboarding merchants?
So it is zero as well, because like I said, the salespeople, when they onboard the merchants, they pay us a listing fee to get advertised. So we pay a commission to the salesperson when they onboard these merchants. So the merchants pay us, we pay the salespeople. So effectively, our merchant acquisition cost is zero as well.
Oh, I'm invested in much advanced company in India. And, so they work very closely. I am sure you would have heard about Paytm. But no, why I have curiosity, no, because your ask of funding is very steep, whereas your expenses probably doesn't justify. I'm just wondering why you want so much money.
Sorry, I think I haven't mentioned any funding requirement or the amount that I mentioned. We don't require much actually. So yeah, but if you're interested to invest, you can talk separately via this channel or LinkedIn. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel. Great.
Thank you.
And next one is iTask, startup number 8, Marcus from Singapore.
Am I clear? Sorry.
Yes, if you are ready, we are ready too.
Okay, let's start. Okay, in Southeast Asia, when we talk about the transportation, Grab comes to mind. And when we talk about the accommodations, Airbnb does. The same goes for the product e-commerce where we have Lazada and Shopee. What about the marketplace for the services? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marcus Cha from iTask Singapore. Based on the market opportunity, as mentioned before, we founded iTask, a platform to streamline the way people engage services and empower mass to revive the value behind their skill. Let's focus on the two main problems in the Southeast Asia. First, the service marketplace in Southeast Asia very fragmented. However, we need multiple types of services in our daily life, such as cleaning, delivery, moving, and so on. Yet, we don't know where to book them due to the lack of the consolidated platforms. Second, the service lack of transparency, and we have no idea the price and service package. And in the end, we just accept whichever price is offered. So our proposed solution with 3C, connecting, convenience, and clarity. Connecting, we are the platform to bridge the customer and tasker. Convenience, through our mobile applications, you can look for your reliable service provider anytime, anywhere. Clarity, consolidated pricings, and detail to correct imperfect informations. We now target Southeast Asia with a labor force market size of more than 300 million. So how our product works? As a requester, you can select the service required, compare the detail and pricing for the services, book the services, and confirm bookings, review the service provider. As a tasker, offer your skill by selecting the service category, offer your service package. You have your own dedication page to accept the job. Once the job complete, payment will be made. Our revenue model is simple and straightforward. We have the commission model, where we take the commissions from the tasker after matching, and pay the leads, where tasker pay the lead fee before matching. Here, let me share with you all our tractions and what we have achieved. In the last 2 years, the service request through our platforms 2 to 3 times annual compounding growing. Based on the evidence and calculations above, in 2025, we can achieve at least 19 million with expense in Southeast Asia. We have closed our seed round and right now in the pre-A financing looking for 500,000 to expand our business. Around the world, we have few success service marketplace, but in the Southeast Asia, we don't have the service marketplace unicorn. Let me do a conclusion here. There is often a surplus of the product, but a shortage of the services and good services experience are even more shortage. Therefore, our mission is to be the leading service marketplace platform in Southeast Asia that solves this pain point. We have always believed that a good business model is created by doing the right thing in the right place at the right time. Riding the e-commerce and digital trends, iTask will penetrate the market in 5 years and change the way people engage services in Southeast Asia. Thank you.
Thank you, Marco. What clear pitch?
Okay, Burak, your question, please.
Hi, you both sell digital goods and the physical services. What is the percentage between them?
Okay, let me share that will be easier to understand. So based on our commissions, we will take 10 to 15 commissions for matching.
No, I'm not asking the commission. I'm asking your services. I solve some digital services like creating logos and cleaning the house. One of them is digital goods, one of them is service, physical service. So what is the percentage that you're selling on digital goods and the physical services?
Okay, wait. Let me share some information here. Give me a second. Segmentations here. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Wait, give me a second. Okay, so in our business request tool, I task almost 1 million for the business services, and for this home services, almost 800,000 services. So in compare on 60% for the B2B and 40% for the home services B2C.
Great, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
And next question to Brata. Yes, please.
Hey, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Marcos. Good presentation. Brata here.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
So I just wanted to know a little bit about your matchmaking. How do you do it? I mean, I know it's using AI and ML, but how do you exactly do it? Can you give it some flavor?
Sorry, again, sorry, pardon.
Can you give some flavor to it? How do you do the matchmaking?
How do we make the matchings? Okay, in our platforms, we let our okay, so we start as a freemium model to offer the greater flexibility for the new tasker. So the starting, actually, we let this tasker to offer their services in our platforms. Then in the end, after that, we through this effective marketing strategies to acquire more user to book the services. Then in last, we analyze the demand and supply in the market and implement the revenue model for the particular services.
Well, so what exactly sort of goes into your matchmaking process? Is it sort of driven by the lowest price or the rating or a combination of things?
Rating. I can say that rating. Maybe I share with my some screen here so you can see how exactly it works in our platforms. Okay, so if you can see from this screen, right? So actually in our mobile app, we met this okay, so we let this community to judge each other. So whatever the higher rating and review will be in the top ranking in our applications.
What's your revenue currently? We're clocking about $500,000.
Okay, regarding our revenue, because actually right now, actually we only venture for our, actually we have a revenue, and now we only venture one services for our revenue model, and we still have 90% of services to attack the new revenue model. And our monthly compounding growth is about 20 to 30%.
So is it GMV or revenue?
Revenue. Actually, we already venture revenue. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, judges, for questions. Let's move on. Thanks, Marcus. Great pitch. Next one.
Thanks.
David from Australia today with us. David, check, maybe you're muted. I don't hear you.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you, but
could
you open your camera, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry, just bear with me. Can you see me now?
Yeah, but in the night
No, it's a bit dark. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm just making my way home, so I'm just going to try and open the light or something like that. Can you see me? It's super dark, isn't it? Yeah.
Now it's better a little.
Yeah,
so
it's super dark. I'm sorry.
Your screen, please.
Yep, sure, no problems. Okay, buddy. I'm not sure if you can hear my daughter in the back there, but she's just. Yeah, should I just get into it?
Full screen, please. Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry for the strange lighting, but I assure you I'm a regular human being. So I'm David. I'm from Z. We provide digital tools for cafes, restaurants, and retailers to improve the way they interact with their customers. We've been in market since 2019, and we entered the market by acquiring an in-market point of sale, traditional point of sale software company. And since then, we have re-architected the platform to be digital ready and fintech enabled. And I'll talk through some of the specific features and capabilities that we have in there as of today. We're now starting to look at data-enabled value-added services, including with our partners providing business lending facilities, including working capital finance, equipment finance, using data, transaction data from our customers, obviously with their consent. In terms of our product family, there are essentially three broad groups. The first on the left-hand side being the sort of business facing functionalities. So the sort of front of the front of house operational tools, including the ordering workflow and sort of operational processing tools, through to the customer engagement tools and operational back of house services. So that would be the sort of the business facing side of the tools. In the middle there, we've got what we call, what we broadly refer to as value-added services. Value-added services are essentially the data-enabled capabilities that we're now starting to move into. And then, excuse me, finally, we have what we have is the consumer-facing customer application that essentially brings it all together and enables that B2C ecosystem, for want of a better word. From here, let me just take you through some of the, I suppose, to paint a picture of the quantitative state of the current business. Globally, we're just sort of taking a view of the addressable market. Globally, there are around 15 million restaurants and cafes worldwide. I excluded retail just because it was a little bit tricky to get accurate data. As of today, we have 3,000 active merchants. An example of a merchant would be a restaurant. We have 8,000 active users on our consumer application. We have, and just some other supporting data, we have 25 people. We're active in 4 cities. We want to be, at the end of this year, active in 10. And just a micro level detail around, and I guess for me, it was a bit of a moment of truth in that one customer said to us that we helped his operational workflow and the efficiency of it such that it resulted in a 33% uplift in max daily takings he'd seen. It was at a restaurant. And finally, our average subscription cost in Australian dollars is $150 per month. Sorry, I should have written month there, but yeah, a monthly cost of $150. That's really it. So thank you for having me, and apologies for the strange lighting, but hope that makes sense, and would love to field any questions.
Thank you, David.
So guys, any questions?
Definitely.
Yes, please.
David, great model. I think my question is just mainly around the actual core problem that you're trying to solve here. I know that convenience obviously means a lot to consumers and the restaurants and everybody else. But what is the core problem here that you're trying to solve for, which would then help you get some more traction, like really good traction?
Yeah, thank you. I think that it feels like it's an unfolding one, and there's quite a few layers to it. But I think in simple terms, the problem that we're trying to solve is that at the moment, across the many, I guess, categories of technology for hospitality and retail providers, it's hard for a non-technical, to take an example, restaurant operator to evaluate the literally 700 to 1,000 options available for their booking platform, ordering platform, loyalty rewards programs, point of sale platforms, etc. So we tried to solve it by essentially stitching all of those capabilities into a unified and common platform, and in a modularized way where we could turn features on and off as and when necessary. The other half of the equation is the business lending piece that I spoke about, and I'm not sure about sort of different parts of the world. However, in Australia, certainly business lending is extremely expensive and difficult, and by the time that banks and lenders generally have access to your data to make a smart credit decision, it's too late. The bill was due 6 months ago. So there's sort of several layers to it, and I think because we're building quite a broad suite of features, there are several pain points that we're tackling. Is probably my best answer. Sorry for the long-windedness. Does that help?
Yeah. I think that helps because the market segment that you're after, it's very hard to get them to change from what they're using, because they are too busy operationally. They just don't have time, isn't it? So,
you're right.
Because if you can pinpoint one or two core problems, then it's going to be easy for you to go to market.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think that's been an interesting one. Switching, you're spot on. Even if we, in some cases, if we gave it for free, you could have it. We'll do everything for you. Get for free. They might not have been switched because, if it's not broken, and then fix it. So that's to pick up on your point, it's really informed our sales strategy. As in, it's really about what are the pain points? What are you trying to solve for? Where is it hurting the most? Is it inventory management? Is it your ability to engage directly with customers? Is it operational workflows, et cetera, et cetera? So we sort of take a very problem-led approach in our sales to sort of solve for that. And then where it's appropriate, we'll sort of adapt new features and roll it into our product roadmap. But no, thanks for the question. That's
next question.
Clearly you have experience. I beg your pardon?
No.
Next question from Sergey.
What's your current expenses, monthly expenses, and how much money you have until you kind of have to look for the funding? So what's the runway?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I don't have my finance person with me, unfortunately, so I'll probably tell lies here. But I think we're at about we've got probably 18 to 24 months runway from when we last looked at the numbers, which was probably about a month and a half ago now. Yeah.
And the monthly expenses, I mean, what have you have to pay every month?
Yeah, we're around 75k AUD, our sort of burn rate.
Okay, 75k, you mean monthly or?
Yeah, monthly. Yeah.
Monthly, 75k burn rate. Okay, so and the second question, okay, what are the expenses for the restaurants to implement your solution?
The expenses for the restaurants?
I mean, in terms of time, I mean, it's every time they need to spend some resources to implement. How fast it could be?
Right. So in terms of time, it probably takes 3 to 5 days from the time we sort of get a full menu, to use the restaurant example, or a set of your SKUs. It takes about 3 to 5 days, depending on if it's 1,000 SKUs versus 10,000 SKUs. Then from an effort standpoint, we sort of have a lot of automated tools where we sort of give customers the what do they call it, spreadsheets to input their own data, and then we upload it. So it's fairly we designed it in such a way that it's a very light touch, because we're acutely aware of there being a switching cost.
Okay.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. So, dear judges, please, I repeat you that don't forget to vote, please. It's very important. Please give your feedback to our participants today. It's very important for us and for them. Thanks again.
And it's time for our last for today, but not least at all, startup number 10, Zigtal. Sandeep from Australia will present it. Sandeep, check your micro, please. Tell me something.
Yes, thank you very much for providing me this opportunity to present here to all the honorable judges here. So yeah, this is Sandeep from Australia. I'm the founder of the Zigtal. So maybe I'll make it bigger screen.
Yeah.
So Zigtal is the manifestation of my learning from last 19 years in the corporate world, and it's all about how to unlock the collective intelligence for the organization. Being the last session for me, I think it's more human centric. That's what we have here for the Zigtal. So what the Zigtal is talking about. It's what are the top challenges organizations are right now experiencing globally and even local business due to the pandemic and other situation and the way the technology is changing. They had to transform very rapidly. They had to ensure that their employees are leading towards future of work. Skills has been transformed and they are rapidly learning. The employee productivity has to be increased. And diversity and inclusion is one of the another key parameter for them. But on the other side, you see that employee well-being engagement is important for ensuring the organization success. Employee retention is one of the key problem nowadays, considering one side pandemic has created some challenges in some set of industries, but other industries are evolving significantly where they are struggling to retain the employees. And last but not least is the accelerating the innovation, how to generate the innovation from within the organization. They have these fundamental problems. From the validation perspective of this problem, if you see for myself, being in SAP for 19 years, the last role I was heading their SAP cloud business for APJ in China, being global leadership team. I have spoken to a number of CXOs, CHROs globally for the large and global organization, and this was one of the key pain point they always mention. From the market focus perspective, if we talk about Accenture, ServiceNow, McKinsey, and also the trend in the market, how the investment is floating around, this is one of the area actually evolving very rapidly, considering the new way of working need these kind of agile environment where people can come together and support each other to innovate something more for the organization and go beyond the boundaries. So Zigtal is a cloud SaaS platform that builds collective intelligence within the organization. We have four key offering for the market. One is the internal opportunity marketplace. That's what we talk about, talent mobility. It offers the agile workforce, agile teaming, agile projects, and leads to the innovation, future of work, learning culture, where people can participate in these opportunities and learn in the process. And at the same time, they build the network and the relationship with other people. We have another one, capability marketplace, where people can connect with each other in one-to-one model and ask for the help. It may be the very small thing for a certification, or maybe in the different situation they want a help from a different expert. They can connect through the platform and get the help. Mentoring, that's the third one. It has the use case. It's a mentoring where people can get the guidance and advice, looking the bigger picture and providing the guidance to the people. The last one is open door policy. If you remember, everyone have gone through that, where leaders were talking about come and knock my door anytime. We have digitalized the whole model here, and we have released the leaders lounge. And we have added feature, we have gamification. The product offers the onboard externals and interns as well, because managing the interns is one of the another key problem organizations are encountering. And employee personal brand is one of the other thing here, which drives a very good adoption in the organization when they are going to use the Zigtal. Our strategy is actually data led, because whatever we are doing here, everything is captured, all the actions of the employees and the people who are working on it, that is captured, and that leads to that how the organization can see demand and supply of different skill and where the problems are encountered, and they can have the relevant experience on that. And at the bottom, if you see that we have very robust and rich foundational feature. We have the engagement model that provides lots of data for the organization as well to see the behavior and pattern in the employees. We have work log, we have reporting, governance, workflow, inbuilt messaging feature, notification. We have the a little bit content management as well, so that people can upload their certificate And in the opportunity marketplace,
thank you. It's 4 minutes even for pitch. Let's
sorry.
do the Q&A. Sorry, Sergey.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you for the pitch. The information was a bit overwhelming for me, so it sounds like there is too much. I mean, you're developing a lot, and can you please like nail down the solution that you're presenting? Like, what is your product about? Like, in 2 sentences.
It's unlock the collective intelligence of the organization while making the people agile to engage in the different opportunities.
Okay, and when you nail down the problem that you're resolving, is there's such a big problem? I mean, it really exists among the companies, but most of them are currently, there are a lot of consulting companies, there are a lot of other providers of such solutions that can resolve the problem. How are you unique?
Yeah, so we have the competitors. The Gloat is one of the competitor in the same space, but other ones are actually offering the like mentoring loop or Microsoft Teams, the Slack. They are more engagement platform. They do not provide actually a whole robust model how the people can engage together and get the outcome, because that is one of the problem in the engagement in the organization. People get connect, but they do not get the outcome from that model. The second thing, learning, they do not know where to go and how to go in the diversified environment, and that's where we are bringing the value for them here. And that's what the third one is, the opportunity marketplace. As I said, people can open themselves to get involved, and people can form the team to innovate something new, because innovation is also needed from within the company.
Yes, please.
Thomas?
Yeah. So I think there are, if you look at it globally, there are several niche players in each of the areas that you mentioned, like talent mobility, like engagement, like learning. There are several platforms. So my first question is that have you built this on the SuccessFactors platform, or is it platform agnostic?
It's a platform agnostic, but the good news is that we are now integrated with SuccessFactors. Zigtal is officially SAP SuccessFactors partner.
Yeah, no, but the fact is that the market is very crowded with several very niche players with a lot of depth. Like there's you mentioned Gloat, then there's Eightfold AI. There are so many others in the talent mobility space, for instance, with huge presence worldwide. So I'm just trying to understand how you would really compete, because if you look at the learning space, there are several huge players in the learning space. So I'm just trying to understand and I'm assuming your target audience would be large enterprises, right? So large enterprises would be looking for best of breed. So they would be looking for very large platforms that they would really be looking at. So I'm just trying to figure out what your USP would be, because it seems that you're trying to do a lot of things, and I'm not too sure how much of depth you will have therefore.
Yeah, now very good question. So first thing, that these kind of offering which are existing in the market pretty much in isolation, and we are able to connect with the enterprise solution like performance management and core HR, all those solution, and also the reward management. Second thing, we have looked after that adoption part. The one side is the benefit for the organization, and why. The second side is why this solution, even having them in the market, not is succeeding, because the adoption of the employee are not motivated. So we have looked at that from the three side. The first thing, that what the people are engaging here, they build their personal brand. That is very important now in the organization, and specifically for employee retention. Second thing, they accrue through the gamification process the reward, and third thing, they also get also appreciated in the performance management cycle. So we are looking the end-to-end picture there, and also the leadership angle which we are bringing in the game, how to nurture the leadership in the organization, which is also very unique, which is not available in the other platforms.
Thank you.
Last question, Dr. Jamal, only if it will be a quick question.
Yeah, thank you very much. Honestly, I don't see the niche. What type of organizations you are focusing on? Thank you.
So it's a industry agnostic. So any organization having the 1,000+ white collar job, I think they are the good target for us. and we are talking to a number of global organizations right now which are seeing the value and are under the discussion right now.
Thank you. So it was the end of our pitch session for today. Thank you very much, Sandeep.
So startups are all done, right, Kate?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, judges, now it's your turn. You have 2 minutes exactly to finish voting, to change the votes, to shuffle the startups, to see the ones you want to see among the winners. They have to have 5s. The ones you do not like and they don't sound appealing to you investment-wise, you can put lower marks to them. And we will talk about it some more during our networking session. I think everybody had done really good. I cannot have any spoilers. Okay, but besides voting for our startups, and you have a minute to go from now, please pay attention to our poll. Choose 1 or 2 or 3, whatever answers you think they are relevant, and it's really interesting to know the view of the Southeast Asia towards what we will have in the future, because many things are changing right now. How different they will be for all of us in the industry, because every one of us likes what we do, and we would like to stick with it for many more years. But how different it will be depends on us and depends on our choices. So please make your choices, and this is the final call. We are closing the vote in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow. Votes are closed. Okay, let's talk to our official judges, because they have a responsibility to describe their votes, to justify their choices. Let's start. I see Subrata on my right. He was the first one I would like to ask. We have heard some Indian startups. Are you biased? Who were you?
Well, not really, Anna. Yeah. Not
okay. Name 3 startups that were favorite ones from today's speeches.
I think the first one, the Vietnamese startup, Abivin, right? I think that was my topmost favorite. The next one is actually an Indian one, which is Frenzi. And the third one would be, I think that I would say, I think G, right? The private investigation into investigations, right? That stuff. I think it's pretty new stuff and quite interesting. But yeah, Abivin is quite interesting thing, because if you see in Southeast Asia, a lot of road connectivities are happening. So if you can really save some fleet time, that's really great impact, not only on the overall wealth generation, but also from sustainability point of view, right? It reduces the carbon footprint as well. And I think the presentation was quite crisp.
Wonderful.
So that was my #1 favorite. Yeah.
Thank you, Sergey. The same question about Singapore. Did Singapore startup got the best mark from you, or no? You were truthful to being a justful judge.
I think well, we are all professionals, so it's wrong actually to be biased towards the startup that coming from specific country.
Thank you for such an attitude.
Yes, and actually, with the Singapore being a global hub for incorporating startups, it's kind of difficult sometimes to say that startup is a Singaporean, right? Because the founders may be from any country, Vietnam, Myanmar, Malaysia, Thailand, and they can be incorporated in Singapore. So, and a startup doesn't need to have, all Singapore founders to being close to my heart. I think a lot of startups did great. There is, to my taste, there was some, inconsistency sometimes. I see the main problem in terms of the specific problem they are solving, and sometimes there is too much information in the slides, and the speaker goes too fast. So it's really hard. When I think that might be the feeling that is might be shared with my investor colleagues, that sometimes there is already fourth or fifth slide, and we're still trying to figure out what these guys are actually doing. And that's the problem for the startup, because if you guys, if investors still pondering what this is all about, and sometimes I had to click to their profile in the unicorn battles, right, to figure out what they're actually doing. That's the problem. So you shouldn't have investors still guessing what you're doing. They should be already hooked up. So I think.
But who were your favorites?
Well, okay, my favorites were Abivin and Credify in this pitch session. I think they did great. And well, and so actually they're both from Vietnam, so there is no bias towards that.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah, wonderful. Zarmin, the same question about Australia. And you're not biased also, right?
No, we're not allowed to be. I think the issue here is when I'm assessing is how big is the problem? And therefore, the bigger the problem and the solution to address that problem shows a real growth capability. I think everybody did fairly well. I do agree with the previous judge of what he said about being really clear and succinct. I think the common just feedback quickly, be very clear as to how big the problem statement is. And I know this is a 3-minute pitch, so it's really hard to not take your time, your speed talking as well. So it's a bit hard in these sessions at least, but describe the problem statement. Also, customer acquisition plan. How do you intend to get those targets? I sometimes was feeling I couldn't understand how that could happen. Also talk about possibly I missed some of the expansion plans of how you wanting to intend to grow. And probably the other one is what's your unique selling proposition, and that goes towards your competitors. So probably that's my feedback. In terms of the ones that I really loved, I picked actually Denta Mitra because of the telehealth is really big, and they're focusing on dental. I think that they're focusing not only on financial returns, but returns on people and the health. The second was iTask, and that was because of the problem statement, how big it is in Southeast Asia. We've got AirTasker in Australia. I know it's really taken off. Wishing that team great success. And the third in Abivin. So well done to everybody, but yeah, they're my 3 preferred.
Wonderful. Wow, we are having a masterclass from the top VCs from all over the world. Guys, you should cherish it. Okay, Rico, how's Malaysia doing? Haven't seen Malaysian startups today for somehow?
Yeah, I'm in Dubai actually at the moment, so I will speak on behalf of MENA region as well. I think today's pitches are pretty interesting. However, I think in the future I would recommend to have a data room link together, so that while we are looking at all these things, we like to see all the financial projections, some of the auditor reports, or some of the contracts that they have to verify, and basic due diligence that will help us in making better judgment. On of course, I believe that some of the pitch today are not really, they can be improving a lot on the way they pitch on how they solve the problems. And the funding required is not very clear for some of them as well. And for myself, I personally like the first pitch, Abivin, and the second, Credify.
Okay, thank you very much, Rico. It's getting more and more interesting. Barak, what was seen from your side, from your perspective?
Thank you. I think everyone is my favorite because of potential industry disruption. I really like the business and the technology combination. And Denta Mitra because of social impact possibility on health. I think that's really, really important.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And John, how is Japan doing? John, can you please speak up? We need to know what your choice was. John is having problems, I guess. Technical. Okay. Let's then not wait for John, because we already have his vote. Guys, are you ready to announce who is the winner is of today's battle?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's announce it, yeah.
Announce.
So the third place today goes to Denta Mitra.
Oh, we are not seeing the slide. Can you switch it, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope. You skipped it. Go back. That's the final slide. Yep.
Let's pretend that nobody see it.
Yeah, nobody saw it. The third place goes
Denta Mitra, the third place today.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The second one.
So silver medalist of our today's competition is Credify.
Wonderful.
And the winner Unicorn Battle, our today's Unicorn Battle is Abivin.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. How wonderful. Okay, Vietnam will be presenting the region.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, you are good. You are really good. Get ready for the finals. 15th of July.
Thank you so much. I will try our best in the next round.
You experience in pitching, but get ready. That is so cool. Thank you all for
can I have
your
a few
votes.
seconds for our CEO to talk a little bit? Thank you so much. And I hope that to see all of you guys in the next round of the global scale. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. Thank you for today's prize. So it's a very honor and really congratulate for everyone to join today, and thank you for the prize.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is just a stage. You're moving to the World Finals, but this is really honor to present the whole region. So yeah, you did really good. Thank you very much.
Can I have a few minutes, few seconds?
Can you have 2 minutes? Can you please move it in chat, because right now it's a networking session with the judges.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for providing this platform. Thank you, judges. Thank you.
Yeah, you can send private messages in chat. You can send messages to all of us, but I would like to talk to judges, because we are doing this and broadcasting all over the world for the people who will know what's going on in Southeast Asia. And from what I have, we are looking at the venture world, and venture world, VC investment outside US has risen significantly. Yes, we will talk about it some more. And also, chat is interfering, remote workplaces became a norm, then equity crowdfunding and number of unicorns. I think this all, thank you very much for this. I think these are all interdependent obstacles, right? No, not obstacles, but consequences of what we had seen during the past year and what we are witnessing right now, because I have read that Southeast Asia, only in the 2021, we are living the 6 months of 2021, had fundraised startups from Southeast Asia 6 billion already. That is wow, because the year 2020, who was the most successful year in fundraising, startups raised 12 billion, if I'm not mistaken. So year of 2021 is promising to be even more successful. And why is this? Let's talk to Sergey. Do you, what did you pick in the poll? What was the answer?
Let me bring the poll back. Okay, I can say that nevertheless. Okay, so first of all, yes, the amount of I picked actually the amount of money raised outside of US is significantly raised. I also emphasized about the importance of remote working, because it basically really changes how currently what are the expenses of the startups. Do they need, for example, if they incorporate in Singapore, right, and they need all Singaporean team, then their expenses are, skyrocketed. Same goes to Silicon Valley, some other premium locations. Australia, it's really pain point for them to hire qualified personnel because it's really expensive. And I think the third one, which is also important, really VCs are cashing out right now. We've seen I recently commented on, companies go to IPOs one by one, right? There were a lot of talks about the Grab. There were a lot of talks about, Tokopedia, other unicorns, but actually there is no room for investing into them because they already raised like insane amount of money. They are on their Series E or F of funding, so there is no room to grow.
What was that startup? 500 million in one round? Yeah, it was like...
yeah. I mean, it was the Grab right now. I think it's. I commented on the merger, potential mergers. There were a lot of talks about Gojek, and so all of them raised like and valuated around $6 billion, $10 billion. So there is no room for them to grow, only an IPO. And that's how the investors right now are trying to cash out. So basically, they don't want to stay in this investing game anymore. They want to put this burden onto IPO, on the people who invest through the IPO system, and they desperately want to cash out.
But do you see more money from the US pouring into the region?
I wouldn't say so, because basically US, I think the crisis usually work in this way, right? So when the crisis hits, the huge companies, huge venture capital from US or Europe, they just withdraw from the developing markets and they try to focus on their own markets. But on the other hand, the money from the China start pouring in, the Japan. They are more focused on the region because they have closer connections with the region than the US or European VCs. So yeah, they are still active in Southeast Asian venture capital scene, but they're kind of more interested in their own markets because there are a lot of interesting opportunities in US and Europe. The prices went down. That's the reason. They just withdrew from the developing markets. The prices went down for their own startups in their own markets. So they're very lucrative deals, very interesting deals, and that leads to actually lower down valuation for some of the Southeast Asian startups, which I think in some terms might be a good way because some countries, some startups really went too high. And we all know that the valuations for Southeast Asian startups are lower than for Silicon Valley ones, simply because the market is not that profitable, not that lucrative. We cannot look for example, for Singapore, because the salaries there are just 5 times higher than in any other Southeast Asian country. So yes, in this case, I think there is not a shortage of money in these markets. It's just the focus a bit shifted.
Okay, thank you very much. Subrata, I have read that India is also doing good in the venture market, but in 2021, we had seen a little shift in what industries are the most attractive to the investors, and 2021 showing that most money are poured into the ed tech, into the grocery delivery and gaming. It's a little bit of change because health tech was on the rise. Will we see this tendency? Do you think through the whole year?
Right, Anna. Yeah, I mean, if you see in the last 5-6 months of 2021 calendar year, right? I think there are about 15 or 16 unicorns that have emerged in India, right, out of India.
Yep.
So it's really incredible if you see the number of. I think it has actually, crossed beyond China's number of unicorns, in 2021. And you are also absolutely right that it has, we have seen some kind of shift, in terms of the grocery delivery EdTech. I think Byju's, right? I think which has raised about 500 million very recently. And also, B2B enterprise SaaS is also getting a lot of traction, from India.
Okay, wonderful. But do you see, because like last time we were in India, we did one of our last offline events, actually managed to do it in India last year, but we had seen a lot of local solutions and local investors interested only in Indian startups, right? So is it changing right now? Because
it has already changed. I think if you see a lot of foreign capital, is finding its way into India, right? And the government is quite supportive, the central government, federal government, right? So I think the things has changed, and I think it is changing for the better from now on.
Yep, that is wonderful. Yes, I'm all for changes. I'm voting for the better, and I believe that we are moving in the right direction because we have such wonderful startups that will help us all over the world to live better and better, right? That's what they are all for. Okay, if anybody wants to share their thoughts on Southeast Asian venture capital, you can do it right now. If not, I thank you, all of you, for coming. It was a great battle. Thank you, girls. Great selection of startups. I love what I had seen. Thank you, judges, for coming. You are great. See you all at our next event, which is Latin America. Next week will be dedicated to Latin America, and then we are going to explore the rest of Europe, what we're gonna show us, and rolling on to the Unicorn Cup. So thank you. That was all from us. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
See you next time. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.